OLED PQ22UC. Sporting a 21.5-inch OLED display, the image reproduction from this thing is truly breathtaking, with beautiful contrast and blacks unlike anything I've ever seen from a monitor. It supports HDR content via the HDR10 standard and covers an absolutely insane 99% of the DCI-P3 color space. There are two major drawbacks though, as this will no doubt be extremely expensive, and this is actually a small portable display, so it's not really designed for permanent desk use. It's really cool that this tech exists though, as if you're after a portable display for photo shoots or editing on the go, then the product is definitely for you. But if you're after something that is going to be a permanent desk fixture and is significantly larger, then while it's not here yet, I guess it shows that this tech is coming very, very soon.
Let me introduce you to the brand new Dell UP3017Q 4K OLED monitor. It's a $3,500 4K OLED display, and it's one of the most impressive monitors I've ever laid my eyes on. The UP3017Q is built with the same infinity display that you'll find on Dell notebooks like the XPS 13 and 15, and that includes that super cool touch where there's almost no bezel around the display. Now, as impressive as that looks on a laptop, it's even more impressive on a 30-inch monitor. This means you get a nice cinematic viewing experience, especially when compared to monitors that feature thick black plastic borders surrounding the screen. And then aside from the bezels, the monitor itself is super thin as well. As you can see here, it's less than a ½ an inch thick at the edges of the screen, which gives the hardware a nice premium look. Now, aside from the fact that it's OLED, let's talk about some of the other specs that Dell has put into this display, because again, it is pretty impressive, and you want to make sure that for the money you pay, you're getting something that works with all your gear on the UP3017Q. The Dell monitor is USB-C compatible, which means you just need one cable to plug into a USB-C port or Thunderbolt 3 port in order to use it. Possibly negative issue I wanted to touch on was the ports. Most people, when they buy a monitor, are used to these days having USB ports on the side, as well as ports for the SD card on the side as well. The Dell can't do that because it's so thin on the sides, on the edges. So instead, all the ports are around back, no big deal there, but you do have to kind of crouch down and look underneath to see which ports are which. It's not the easiest, but again, once you get things plugged in and set up, you're probably not going to be moving it around too much. This is a gorgeous display that'll captivate anyone who sees it with their own eyes. So if you happen to come into a bunch of cash and you need a 4K monitor, the Dell UP17Q is probably the best you're going to find.